So we have a lot of students in college today that have an idea of like what work will look like for them once they graduate. Their thoughts are maybe they'll work in a nice little cool office with a whole bunch of amenities. Have nice little cool co-workers, and of course they'll be making pretty good money, right? And unfortunately, once they graduate and they enter the real world, they find out that that's not usually the case, right? The life is not what you think is going to be when it comes to entering the workforce. And what happens when your expectations aren't met? You tend to get disappointed, and your dreams get crushed. And I understand, like when it comes to work, we all want a couple things. Right? We want autonomy. We would like freedom to operate in that workspace the way we would like to do, like the way we want. Unfortunately, when it comes to it's usually you only have so much freedom when it comes to working for somebody as opposed to yourself. Okay, you can only do so much. You're going to have so much freedom. So for a lot of people, once they get into this reality of what work really is like, they tend to not be prepared or how to handle it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you two ladies who are going to share with you their experience when it comes to the whole dream job, the whole idea of a dream job and working as a whole. So I'm just going to let them talk and then I'll share my thoughts.
Because I have felt the crumbling weight of capitalism since I was in middle school, and me and my best friend would stay on FaceTime for like 10 hours straight, and like half our conversation was just us anxious and worried about what we were going to do in the future and what we were going to work with.
So let me get this straight. In middle school, what, 6, 7, 8th grade, you're about 11, 12, 13 years old. You felt the crumbling weight of capitalism and stressed over what you were going to do with your life at that age. Keep in mind, capitalism is the reason why you're able to FaceTime for 10 hours straight with your friend, right? So I'm supposed to believe that at that age you were thinking so much about capitalism. You understood what capitalism was, and you understood the weight and the stress that it causes a young girl like yourself at that age. So that while you're on FaceTime with your friends for 10 hours straight. So I find that hard to believe, because I think for a lot of people, they don't really understand what capitalism is. I know it's an easy go-to when you're not happy with how society is functioning. Capitalism is the easy thing to go to. I get it. But I just find it hard to believe that these are all the things that you're thinking of at that young age. But then again, maybe we have social media, TikTok. TikTok is filling the heads of a lot of these young kids with a whole bunch of things. So maybe she did feel that stress. So let's let her continue.
Like, that stress started when I was 13 years old. And guess what? I'm 21 and the stress has not ended. I'm still a student, but I graduate in a year, and I do not look forward to going into the workforce. I do not dream of labor. So sorry, America. Y'all so...
Don't apologize to America. America got to worry about that. You got to worry about that. I mean, you're the one that's going to have to get food, clothes, shelter. Like, you need to figure that out. So, I mean, don't apologize to America. I mean, you're gonna have to grow up and figure things out on your own. So,
lied to me, said, "Oh my God, work your dream job." I have no dream job. I want to fucking lay at the beach all day. I want to go into nature. I want to frolic in the woods. I want to enjoy my fucking life, eat fruit off a tree. I can't do this. I'm not built for this.
She's right. Look at, I'll be honest with you. It's sad that we got to see people that are not ready to deal with responsibility. We've gotten to a point where a lot of, especially young adults, they don't feel like they can handle the responsibility of what life has to offer, the stress and everything you got to deal with. Like, I understand it's not easy, but look, we all have to deal with it. And you need to understand that, like, these are things that you eventually have to come to grips with. Like you said, you want to frolic in the woods, cool, you can go and do that. Like, you're still gonna have to eat, you still have to work for your food, work for your shelter, work for whatever it is that you got to do in the woods. And it's sad that a lot of people are just at this point where they just like, they don't feel like they're capable of just handling responsibility, because like, you as an adult, this is your, as you grow up and you become an adult, these are things that you have to deal with one way or another. And to feel and to hear that you just want to just go in the woods and just frolic and just be a non-productive member to society, it's kind of sad to hear. All right, so I got another video. Let's hear what she has to say.
I just seen this quote under somebody video, and it said it was about dream jobs. And somebody said adulting is the realization that your so-called dream job that your younger self wanted was just a lie in disguise, because in reality, when you get older, you realize that no matter what you do, you don't want to work. Like, and a lot of people, sadness or depression over their jobs is so real because we were taught that at a young age that you had to want to do a job, right? You had to want to do a job. So younger kids pick a job that they think they might like, and then you get older, you get into the job, or you go to school, and you get into so much debt, and you get into so much stress studying just to get this so-called dream job, and just to find out, I actually just don't like this shit at all. I don't like this idea of this working thing. But you've kind of planned your whole early life to get to this dream job. And when you get there, you're like, this was what I wanted to do. This is what they told me I should do. This is what I went to school for. This is what I stressed out for and got into debt. And I don't even want to do it. This is why I tell high schoolers, look, don't pick something that's going to be a super permanent route or that's going to be a really rough route, because you honestly don't know that you're going to like something until you do it. You will not know until you do it. You might think you want to be whatever it is, but you got to actually do it to see if you like it. That's like buying pizza and never had pizza. Buying ice cream and never had ice cream. You're making a commitment to do something and you don't even know if you're going to like it. It's crazy.
That is crazy. All right. Okay, with the whole go to school, get good grades, get a job. Yes, I mean, look, we've heard that many times before, right? Me personally, obviously, though, if you've watched my other videos, the whole college thing is I think is a big pure scam. I think most people most people don't need to go to college. Obviously, if you're a doctor, lawyer, engineer, whatever, yes, we're gonna need you to go to college. But most people don't need college for the things that they want to do in life. And I think it's important. I think the smart thing for people to do is, like she said, like go right out of high school, go into the workforce. Okay, go into the workforce, develop skills, find out what you like, find out what you don't like, and then as you go along the way, you start to learn more about yourself, and you start to develop an understanding of what interests you and what makes good money. Then you can start to find out ways that you can further your education and find ways, hopefully, that your company can pay for it, so you don't have to go acquire all this massive debt. Okay, but when you hear her talk, what it really comes down to is a lot of people just don't want to work, right? They just don't want to deal with the work, and that's sad because, like I said, you have to work. You have to, there's no way around it. There's no way in no form of life where you can't get the things that you want without work. Okay, like you want food, you're gonna have to go out there and work and get money for food, or if you want to hunt your food back in the day, you have to work. There's just no way around it. Okay, either you work or you find somebody else to do the work for you. But I mean, who's gonna just do that for no reason, right? You have to work for the things that you want, and it's sad to see people not having this motivation to work. And that's cool. Like, you don't want to work, then maybe you don't want to work for somebody else. That's cool, right? But then you're gonna have to find a way to work for yourself. Either way, you're gonna have to find a way to work. Like this life is difficult. Right, it's tough doing it by yourself. I know we have a mentality in this country that we try to do things by ourselves. We try to buy homes by ourselves. We try to do everything by ourselves, and that it's not built. We're not built like that. Okay, and when you hear people talk about how the whole dream job, the whole dream job thing, right? When people talk about dream job, like I said, they have this expectation of what their job is going to look like, right? They think about having a little bit of autonomy, having a little bit of flexibility, going into this cool workspace and just having cool coworkers. And when they get there and they just find out, yo, it's nothing like that. It's stressful and it's work. They just they get disappointed, right? And that's how people. That's where disappointment comes from, when an expectation is not met. People have this thought and idea of like what something's supposed to be, and when they find out it's not what it is, you're disappointed. And then you get to a point where like, yo, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to work. Well, I mean, how are you gonna eat? How are you gonna food? How are you gonna get food in your belly? How are you gonna get a roof over your head? Like, in order to do these things, you need to work. Okay, nobody's gonna do it for you, so you have to figure it out. And that's the reality for a lot of people, is that, you know, they fill your head up with this idea of while you're in college, like, yeah, you're gonna get this awesome job, you're gonna make money, and then you're gonna be able to go travel, you're gonna be able to buy the things you want, you get your own little place for you to stay. And people have these expectations, and they get in there, it's like, damn, I can't afford a house, I hate my job. All right, I'm tired every day. I can't travel the way I want to. I'm not making enough money. And when you bring all this together, people are like, yo, this is a scam. Right? That's what it is. This is not what I thought it was gonna be. So it's like, yo, all of this is a scam. They lied to us, right? But you're gonna have to learn real fast that, you know what, this is life, and you're gonna have to figure it out. And if you want that leisure, that life of leisure, you're gonna have to earn it. You're gonna have to work for it, right? Nothing comes easy in this world, and you have to be prepared for that. And it's sad that a lot of people aren't prepared for that, because this life is not easy, and you got to figure out how to navigate around it. Like, no one's gonna make this life easy for you. So those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure you leave a comment down below, hit the like button and share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so guys, take care, have a good one. Later.